Hello everyone, welcome back to our Laravel tutorial series. In the previous phase, we connected our application to the database. At this point, we can create posts and display our posts. So we have already seen that. Let's remind you. Uh, so from our previous session, we can create any posts. Let's say it phase 3 and connecting our application to the database. So from our previous discussion, we have already paved the way to create and to display our posts. So you can see from this phase 3 connecting our database to our application. So we are created. So we have already created a create and a display blades. So at this point, we can create and display them. Still, we can't manage them. That means we need to take the next step. We should complete a full CRUD system. When we say CRUD, creating, updating, reading, and deleting. CRUD means create, read, update, and delete operation. So our today's discussion will be phase 4, a CRUD operation. So in our CRUD operation, we have 4 components. Those are uh, user can create a post. That means store new post using post create. Then read. That means retrieve posts with post all or find. Next step will be update. That means modifying the existing post with update method. And next is delete. Remove posts permanently with delete. So our today's discussion will be CRUD operation. That means user can view posts, edit posts, delete posts. That means user can view posts, edit posts, and delete posts. This is how real application works. So the the big concept is that CRUD is the big concept is that CRUD stands for C creating, read, R stands for read, U stands for update, D stands to delete. So once CRUD is complete, your application become fully interactive. So in our coding environment, we need to add routers. In our root, we have a web.php. So we have 3 routers. First is for our homepage route. Next, show form. That means when we create a post, this is the page which displays our form. This is the page that stores our posts. That means when we create a new post, it's stored here and displayed in show form. So next we need to add 2 routers since we have already creating and reading ability. Our next should be updating and deleting those components. So we need to add 2 routers. Our next route will be the update and delete. So to update, there are two operations. Before directory updating, we need to make an edit. So we need to have an edit root. So now let's start from creating so now let's create a root. Our first root will be show root. This is a page which displays our edit page. Let's say root. Let's make it capital to make it root, and then get. We will use the posts posts and post. Likewise this. Now post controller post controller class, yeah, post controller class show. So now we are going to create a blade called show. So this is show. Let's say it's show. Again, we need to create for edit. Edit. We need to create for edit. So let's make it simple. Let's copy this. The only thing we change here is we have to add the edit form or route to the edit. So here we need to place edit, yeah, edit. Let's remove this and edit. It should be here. So next everything will be same. So next is for updating. Let's create update. This should be edit, since we are going to create a blade, so it should be edit blade. Sorry, here we need to place edit, yeah. Next is update. Let's make this update. So in case of updates, we don't use a get method because this root updates the post. We use a put method to update the data. So here is the main point. Let's use put. Should be a put method. So next is delete. Let's delete. See how much it's easy. So to delete, we use a delete method. our default delete. In delete we use destroy. We have a default mechanism that is a destroy method. Delete is used to move data, so we say destroy. That's destroy. So now we have already set up our root. Our next thing should be updating those controller methods. Before directly proceeding to controller, let's say something on root parameter. Root parameter allows us to work with specific records instead of hard coding IDs. Laravel dynamically injects them. So when we say a root get post, this root displays a single post. When we say root post edit, this root shows the edit form. When we say root put posts, this root updates a post. Put means used for updating data. Our next is root delete post, which is a delete root used to remove our data. So our HTTP methods define action. Get means reach, post means create. Here we use post method. Post method is used for creating, while get is for reading, while put is for updating, delete is for removing. I hope you understand this. So Laravel use this to structure application properly. So our next step is controller method. Now we have implemented the logic inside controller. Let's open post controller.php. Here is our post controller. So we need to add public function show, public function edits, and public function update. We have public function index, public function create, which is used to create, and public function store, which stores those created posts. So our next step should be including three functions. First, let's create public function show. So let's create it here. That is public function show post post. So now it should return let's say okay, return view. We will create a view called show blades.php on the next part. So post dot show compact. We have already seen the use of compact. And post. So let's finish our post function here. Next, we need to create a public function for edit. So let's create it quickly. Public function edit. So same procedure, post, then same return view post or edit. Same here, compact post. Post. So next we need to create a public function update. Let's comment it. This is public. Let's just show function. Next is edit function. So our next is update function. Update function. Let's say public function update. Here to update first requires request. So request I will explain to you what every word mean here. Post so now so request a request validators first title which equivalent required max size it should be max of string with 255 character. Next content is required to update. This prevents what we call is that empty updating. So sometimes when you update it and you leave an empty, or blank space, it will disallow you. So here is our post. Next we need to update it. So public function we have on update. So after update, the post should be post, the new post, update, update from the request. From the request, only the title and the content. So we say only, only, and with open bracket, we have two things here. First is title, separate it, and next content. Let's finish it here. So finally, we need a delete. Let's make delete at the end. Uh, let's make delete here. So let's comment it out. Delete. Should be comment here. So public function, delete. Let's say delete. So we have already mentioned here our function like destroy, update, edit. So let's say it's destroy, not delete. Destroy, destroy. So post, post. So the new post will be deleted. It should be deleted. Delete. It's a default application. We don't need to create a blade for this. Since there is a default destroy or delete mechanism. So here is our updated controller. Okay, here return. We didn't return here. We need to return. Yeah, return view create. Yeah, return view edit. Return view compact. Return view. Return view. Yes, return view. Yeah, we should return redirect. Forget something. So let's return something here after deleting. Let's return redirect. Redirect what? Our default home page. Here we need to redirect our home. Okay. Close this. So now we are done. So, is there any mistake here? already created a public function. We need to extend our class. Everything is fine. So now let's explain the updated post controller. Laravel automatically retrieves the post from database, so we don't write any queries. Laravel does it for us. So for example, we have created show. Let's start. So this is show public function show post. And next, looking for editing an existing post or an existing data is for edit. And next for updating, which validates input and updates the post. So here is the update. Next, destroying or deleting data. There is a delete. So now we are done with post controller. We have already made our routes exactly the same way. So we are using here a locant method. That means Laravel provides a built-in methods which allows us to create, update, and delete. So this replaces manual SQL queries. Our next step will be updating the index page. So next will be updating the UI. So we need to add view to see the post, edit, to modify the post, delete, to remove the post. So each button connects us to the root. Actually, delete form is not needed here because HTML does not support delete. Laravel solves this issue using method deletes. So this simulates delete request, so we don't need to create a blade. Now let's create a show page. This page displays a single post. It uses data passed from the controller. So this is how we view individual records. When we want to edit, we need to have some blade to show us a place to edit. When we say edit, this edit page loads existing data in the form of those things we need to update. So user can update values and submit. Laravel process it using an update method. So we need to use the method put because HTML forms don't support put. Laravel converts it internally. So create and edit forms are very similar. In larger apps, we reuse components to avoid any duplication. So at this stage, we need to create a what we call is that UI or blades. So I need to create edit blade, show blade. We need to create just two things, edit and show blade. So we have create blade, index blade, home blade, welcome blade, and the post. Our next thing will be creating edit and show blade. Blade is our UI, which allows us to view those pages. As you can see from this website, we have our posts listed here. So each post should have an edit button, a delete button, and a view button. So we need to add buttons here. So we will do that on our index blade.php. Let's go to our index.blade.php, index blade.php. So in our index.blade.php, we need to add features or buttons which allows us to view, to edit, and to delete. So under each cards, we have each display card for which we check our post. So under each, we need to add this method, a class button view, class button edit, and class button delete. So we will use CSRF or cross-site request forgery. This this is to prevent from cross-site request forgery. So now let's check whether it's created or not created. See, if you reload it, you can see buttons like view, edit, and delete buttons. Since we don't have created view, edit, uh, blades yet, only delete will work because delete is doesn't require any blades. Let's say delete will just automatically delete, but view will not be, because show blade still no have. See, view post show is not created, and also for edit you have not created view post edit. So our next job will be creating. Under this post, let's create a new file which is edit.blades.php, and next let's create a new file which is show.blades.php. So we have edit and show blade. So I've already prepared a blade for that. So to save our time, let's finish it and I will explain everything to you. So earlier I have showed you that the delete UI is working because HTML does not support delete. Laravel solves this using those methods we have already mentioned. Delete this simulated delete request. We don't require to create a blade called delete, but for view and edit we need to create a UI on which we update. So when we say edit blade, this edits page loads existing data into our form so user can update values and submit those content. So Laravel process it using this update method. So it allows us to edit content and those titles using the method port. When we say show, it's simply retrieving those data to display in our single post. So it uses data passed from this controller. So this is how we view individual records. Now let's see it. Let's run again. Let's check it. So delete will work automatically. So phase 3 is deleted. Now we have only 3 posts. Let's edit one. See, it allows us to edit. Let's say projects setup edited, and let's add this. Let's say it's April 25. So let's update it. See, project setup edited April 25. So we have updated our post. So the edit button is working. Let's see the view one. See, this is the way you can view your blog. Let's back it. So all our button is worked. We can edit, we can delete. Let's edit another one. Let's edit this database model. Let's say it news. Let's say updated now. Let's check it. See, database model news updated now. So our update is already work. So what if, let's say that, what if this is empty? Let's update it. See, the update button will directly retrieves the original one if we make it an empty, because empty title will not be published. So this should not be an empty. If empty, it will retrieve the past data. So in this way it works. So at this stage we create and edit forms. So we read posts, we update posts, we have also deleted posts. So this is a complete full CRUD system. Now your application is fully functional. Now that your app works, but there is a big problem here. Anyone can edit, anyone can delete it. So in the next phase, we fix this by adding authentication. We need an authentication. So this is a complete CRUD application. Next session, we will see authentication. See you on the next session. Bye bye.